Welcome back to RTN Overtime. We're here for the second episode of the show. If you missed the first episode, make sure to check out the YouTube page and you can watch it. Also, follow our RTN Overtime Instagram at RTN_Overtime. We'll be posting content and even our Super Bowl predictions. I'm joined by a new crew here. Why don't we go around, introduce ourselves. We'll start on that side. Say your favorite sports, a little something about yourself, your name.
Joshua Counts. Favorite sport, basketball. Diehard Knicks fan, unfortunately. I'm a gamer. Love my esports. Anime fan. Glad to be on the show with you guys. Hope to be on more coming soon in the future. But man, just glad to be here. Super excited.
I'm Kobe O'Brien, fan of any sport, baseball, basketball, football. Straight up, I'm a straight up bandwagon fan. I'm a fan of the Bulls this year, and I'm a Panthers fan when I started liking football in 2015, and I'm a Yankees fan. So, I mean, I'm basically a bandwagon fan there, too.
All right. At least you're admitting it.
I'm Lee Kotzen, fortunately for you people. I've taken Spencer's seat today. He's over there behind the switcher, working it like a pro. Big Philly fan. Pretty basic when it comes to that, but I'll die hard for the teams there.
All right. We got some different teams going on here. So let's get right into it. I'm sure you guys saw some big news right before the trade deadline. Ben Simmons was traded in a swap for James Harden along with Andre Drummond, Seth Curry, and 2 first-round picks. What did you guys think about that? Who won the trade? What were your thoughts? Did you expect it?
Let's let the resident Sixer fan
Oh,
go first.
let's.
Also a Sixer fan, I'd like
Also,
to say.
this is the Sixers
But
table.
Sixer
More or
table.
less. You can talk about the Knicks all you want after the podcast. Look, Benjamin David Simmons had 3 good years, and now he's out of here, and I couldn't be happier. And we got the veteran. We got Paul Millsap coming in.
37.
You know, a lot of young energy in that locker room. Maybe somebody can take Maxey in and mentor him a little bit, show him around, show him the ropes of the league. And I wasn't crazy about Drummond. I'll say it. I didn't think he was anything special when he was here. He kind of just, when you watch, he was just lollygag around the paint, and he wasn't a forceful rebounder, even though that's what he tries to brand himself as. So some people think that he was a big loss. I was happy to get rid of him, and I absolutely think the Sixers won this trade because you have to take the chance on a pure shooter, a superstar like James Harden. Because if Daryl Morey doesn't take this chance, then nothing changes. But if you make the move and you're able to bring him into the city, then you at least are able to alter your trajectory. I'm not saying they're going to go win a championship right now and beeline into that position, but he's setting them up to do something different than what they are doing. And what they are doing is give Joel the ball and get the hell out of the way. And that's not going to win championships unless you have Michael Jordan.
Yeah, as another Sixer fan, I'm with you. I think they definitely won the trade. Andre Drummond, he frustrated me at times.
Frustrated.
Frustrated
Good word,
me.
Sam.
Yeah, well, you know me. But
Agitated?
Enraged.
Enraged?
Invigorated.
Okay.
That's that.
I wouldn't say
Might be a word.
Say
Word of the day.
frustrated. Let's go back
But
to frustrated.
he
We're
was
not
very
English
risky with his passes, a lot of careless turnovers. He's supposed to be the dominant rebound force. We were one of the
Right.
worst teams in rebounding still. Seth Curry, on the other hand, he knocked it down when he was open. He was a major liability on defense. He gave us 2 threes a game. James Harden averages 2 threes a game. So you're really not losing much there.
I do think James Harden is an upgrade from Steph Curry in terms of defensibility.
Seth.
Yeah, we're talking
Seth.
Seth Curry here. Yeah, I actually do.
I get their names mixed up.
Seth Curry was a major problem in our series against the Hawks going against the big wings. James Harden's a lazy defender at times, but neither one of them are too strong of a defender. I'd actually even take Harden. But Harden is a superstar player. He is definitely going to be a big part going forward. I see them as a top contender in the East now. I'm very happy we got rid of didn't have to get rid of Maxey and Thibault. So I say we won the trade.
I like Maxey.
Yeah, that was smart for you guys to keep like Thibault and Maxey. I definitely think like the Sixers won that because I feel that you guys this was the time period where you had to make a move. Like Joel, he's hitting his prime now, and and Ben Simmons wasn't playing, so you had to make that move there. So I feel like there was really nothing much you could do there. Yeah, you gave up a lot like picks in the future, but like the Nets, they're gonna trade those away as soon as possible. And like Drummond really, he fell off hard like faster than any superstar any all-star I can think of, like any like recent history.
Kind of.
Well,
All right.
I mean, he's the best backup center in the NBA, but
All right, let me shoot down the hopes and dreams.
yeah, for some reason, Josh, as you were talking, was going.
Because this is
So
is
let's hear what we
ridiculous.
got
I
over
mean,
there.
okay, honestly, yes, the Sixers got what they wanted in James Harden. Yes, that is awesome for them. They got that. But the Nets won the trade in the longer run. Why did the Nets win this trade? Because you gave away your best defensive player. Yes, he didn't want to play anymore, but I would have sent him out west, honestly. I'm not going to give him to my rival that's literally not only in my conference, but in my division, and it's upstate, that I'm probably going to see again in the playoffs. I gave away my best
If he chooses to play.
He's going to play. He's going to play. You know, he didn't want to play in Philly. He's going to play in Brooklyn. Yeah, okay.
I don't know. He likes the nightlife in LA. He wanted to get out there, sun, sand,
Hey, James
beaches.
Harden like the nightlife. More like the nightlife in Philadelphia. But
I was gonna like those cheesesteaks too from like 40 pounds.
Pass Gino's for James. Let's get a memo out to him.
but
James. Yeah, we'll call him Jimmy Harden.
Jimmy Harden.
Jimmy Harden.
Hey, they got Ben 10 up in Brooklyn now. But Ben Simmons, yes, great defensive player, going to a place where he can just be the Dennis Rodman or even the Draymond Green of the team. All I'm going to have to do is just play defense and rebound. Not only that, you gave up Steph Curry, who was a great shooter. But yes, you're right, defensive liability, but that also helps out Brooklyn because they need some more shooters. Third, which is the biggest to me, Andre Drummond. Brooklyn didn't have any big men whatsoever. Getting Drummond was a steal for Brooklyn. They needed a big man down low to help with rebounding. Now, the picks I'm not all too worried about because I understand both teams are going to be high in the draft, so you're probably going to get like a high draft pick player or whatever. Long run still to me is, because I want to ask y'all something. When come playoff time, James Harden, you know who's going to be sticking him. It's going to be Ben Simmons. James Harden is not going to get what he usually gets against Ben Simmons, man.
Everybody's acting like Ben Simmons is some defensive player. He's just a tall guy.
No.
I know he's a good defense.
He was nominated for defensive player.
Yeah, he's probably the
of
best
the year.
defensive
I know,
player
but
in the
he's
NBA.
not like.
No, he is.
No, he's one of
sorry.
the all.
He's a top
defensive
five
player. You talking crap because you don't like Ben Simmons. That's why.
It's not even that. He's a good defender, but I don't think of Ben Simmons like lockdown.
Nah,
automatic.
No,
he's
clamps, bro. He'll put the clamps.
Percentage
on you.
wise, he's like I think since 2017. I could be completely making this up, but he's like the third best. When guarding players, they have like the third lowest field goal percentage.
He's
Not only that,
unbelievable.
he's been on all time. He's been on all NBA defense.
But you brought up how he's gonna be on how Ben's gonna be on Harden. I'm taking Harden in a matchup like 9 out of 10 times.
Really taking Harden over
1000%.
Ben Simmons?
Especially in a pick and roll with Joel, they're not gonna stop.
Nah,
him.
the pick and roll is gonna be lethal. Don't get me wrong, but I still got to see them play to see how that works. Like
Also-
I'm just imagining the pick and roll could be lethal. I
Also
don't know
in
if
the
the pick and roll is
playoffs-
actually gonna be good.
Also in the playoffs, Joel is gonna bully Drummond again, like he did
I see
prior
that.
to when he
Yup,
was in
I'll
Philly.
give you that.
Because no one can stop Joel inside. KD can only bench.
I'm not talking about
can't
stopping.
bench anything.
I'm not talking about stopping Joel. You got to worry about stopping KD too, because KD could get off on anybody just like Joel can.
Well, that's what Thible's for.
I hope you didn't just say that, bro. I hope you didn't just say that.
I mean,
He made second team all defense as a sophomore.
This is Kevin freaking Durant.
Oh, you don't stop him. You slow him down.
You don't
slightly.
slow it down, Kevin Durant. Ask Milwaukee how that went. He dropped 40 on them in the playoffs, and only if Kevin Durant had an inch bigger toe, they would have went to the Eastern Conference Finals. And you know it's true. His foot was literally. It's like the tip of his foot was on the past the 3-point line.
Good problems.
let's go to Maxey a little bit here. I like him. I think he's what this team has been looking for a while, and that's a solid point guard that can make plays for you and can create space for himself, and he could do a lot of different things well.
Yeah, he gets the job done. Like he's the definition of like a team player for them. He plays his heart out on defense and makes the shots he needs to make. He doesn't complain. He gets the job done. He's a solid player. That's why like Sixers fans love him, because he just gets the job done.
He has the heart, unlike Benjamin David Simmons, who's going to pass up on a wide open dunk to dump it off to Thibault, who's going to try and go up in between two defenders because Ben got scared to shoot. That was it. I mean, he was done after that.
No, he can't. He's definitely scared to shoot. It'll be mad funny. He go to Brooklyn and just start knocking down
I'm
jump
telling
shots.
you, he's gonna.
I know he's not, but
he's gonna shoot like 60% from the arc. Something's gonna click.
I
It's that Philly curse.
If he go to Brooklyn and just start knocking down jump shot from all over the floor, yo,
Logos.
Philadelphia
That's exactly what's gonna happen. He's gonna go there. He's gonna become the greatest.
It's going to
the greatest Australian basketball player in the history of the sport.
It's going to be that DJ Khaled meme. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna end up first.
The greatest Australian player. I feel like that's not even that hard to be the best Australian player. Who's your competition? Patty Mills?
Is he from
Believe
Australia?
it or not, I don't
Patty
actually know
Mills,
all
Matisse
the
Thybulle.
Australian
He
players.
probably is the best Australian player, but
Nah,
yeah, he already is.
I think he is. He's the only
I
one
guess
that I
it's a
know.
short
But
list.
Yeah, they did get bronze for the first time though in the past Olympics. It was a big deal for them too. People in Australia
current
were real
Olympics?
happy about it. What was it?
What about the current Olympics? Did you watch the alpine skiing last night?
I did not.
A couple spills, I'll tell you.
I
They're
saw
really,
on Twitter.
They're carving it up.
Really?
I saw on
It's
Twitter.
very
It-
impressive. It's
the-
scary.
Have
you
don't
guys been
realize how
watching the
fast
Olympics?
it is.
Haven't
A little
watched
bit.
them.
Like
Nah.
I watched. For some reason, I've been watching curling lately more than anything.
Yeah.
I've been watching curling.
On purpose?
Yes, on purpose.
The whole,
Yes.
every, what
From
is it,
men's,
eight to 10
women's,
ends?
Yeah, I've watched the curling. I don't know what's going on, but I'm intrigued by it.
I watched Shaun White because that's like it was his final run, and then for some reason, I got really into bobsledding because I don't know why, but
The team or the luge?
just the whole concept of bobsledding. I just find it very interesting.
This is the first time. Is this the question? Is this the first time you've been focusing a lot on the Olympics more than anything?
Not really.
Not really. Okay.
The Olympics,
kinda
the
just
Olympics
on,
are kind
yeah.
of a struggling market. It's not the allure. that
Well,
it is
the
anymore.
problem is now they're in China. There's no fans there also.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
Honestly,
really like how
wasn't-
it was before.
Unless he wasn't last year's Summer Olympics and
Yeah, that one wasn't really like
Nobody
it
paid
either.
attention to
that. It was
But if you go back
first
to like
it got-
2012 Summer Olympics and stuff, like it was more of a big deal back
Yeah.
then. But yeah, I'm definitely not as intrigued as I used to be. But bringing it back to NBA Eastern playoff preview after this big trade, in my eyes, I see very snuggly Eastern standings up there with the Heat, the Cavaliers, the Bucks, all right next to each other. The Bulls, your Bulls, huge Bulls fan over
Oh,
here.
definitely,
I
diehard.
know you're gonna be devastated if they lose.
Oh, yeah,
being
definitely.
A
He's
fan
got a
for
Phil
Definitely won't
Jackson
move on
tattoo
to another
so
team.
on
far.
his back. I don't know if you saw it earlier.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, DeRozan for MVP, right?
But it's weird because it's Knicks Phil Jackson, not Bulls coach Phil Jackson. He's just like his
Listen,
shoulders are
we don't talk
Big
about
bony
Knicks
and
guy last
sprawled
year when
out.
they were on that
He's got
run.
the hair and everything.
we don't talk about Phil Jackson in New York. He's banned from New York.
Oh no! I'm talking about player Phil Jackson, not
Oh.
executive, not coach.
No,
Phil
like the
Jackson.
stash and the perm.
Oh, yeah,
The
I know.
stash,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
70s
yeah.
stash.
But here are the
My God.
standings here.
Phil
I could have
could rock
rattled
it.
them off anyway. After that, it's you got the Brooklyn Nets fighting for a play-in spot. You have the Celtics fighting in for a play-in
They're
spot.
on an 11-game losing streak.
Yeah,
excuse
they
me.
are.
Like, they've been
Durant out's
atrocious.
a problem.
I mean,
But
you're spot on, though.
what do you
Snugly.
guys see going into Eastern playoffs?
Oh man, I like the Heat. I like what I see from the Heat. Jimmy Butler, Bam Bam, picking up PJ Tucker and Kyle Lowry was a big win for them in the offseason. I like the Bulls, but I think their ceiling is second round. I don't think the Bulls are going to be a conference finals like other people think.
I completely agree with you.
I think they're a second round team and they're just going to be bounced out after that. Cavaliers has been a shocker to everybody, but their ceiling is probably second round as well and bounced out because, listen, they're a young team. They're going to be great picking up, it was a Karis LeVert from
Yep.
Indiana,
Yep.
pairing
Smart
him with
pickup.
Jared Allen, awesome. But they're still a young team. I don't see anybody on the Cavaliers who's a superstar. I think when I look at Bucks, Sixers, and Nets, even though the Nets are like down there, like probably 8th or 9th, when they get KD back, you know they're going to be back up there in the top 4. Excuse me, I'm seeing right now. Nets are 8th, so once they get KD back, probably early March, they'll be back in the top 5 seeds. 76ers, yes. So looking all this, I think the contenders are 76ers, Bucks, Nets, Heat. That's your semifinals right there.
Okay.
I can agree with that one.
Yeah, I agree with it too. I think in years past, well, that's going to be considering the matchups there's 4. But in years past, it's kind of been a tier, like a top tier of Bucks, Nets, and Sixers, top 3 at least for the regular season. But now I think it's 1 through 5 in the East. Then throw the Nets in there too. They're all contenders right there in the East. I wouldn't be surprised for any of them to pull off a playoff series against any one of them.
It's so weird to think the Heat are the number 1 seed, but they're still a sleeper somehow. I don't know how that's possible because they've been dominating teams.
Yeah, they've been good. All their records, the Heat included, though, their records could be even better. They were missing players through injuries and also COVID this year. But, yeah, all these teams have shown flashes of greatness, and I could see any of them making a deep run into the playoffs.
I'm about to say the biggest disappointment has been to me just in the Knicks, bro. You made it to the 4th seed last year, and they blew like a 22-point lead against Portland last night.
Didn't Julius Randle post a bunch of takedown posts or something?
I don't even care about Julius
right?
Randle.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about? He did something.
He did something. Julius Randle, he's a weird entity because he'll do that.
That's a great
But then
description.
he had a quote the other day where he said that he's like one of Tibbs' soldiers, which that's.
It's a little culty.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what did Tibbs do to him to make him
he brainwashed him.
militant?
Yeah, how's that organization working? Soldier, what is it? It's like the mafia.
That's exactly what it is.
Sorry, the mob doesn't exist. Sorry.
Yeah, no, sorry. Yeah, Tibbs,
I should specify.
Tibbs definitely isn't the
No,
Godfather.
that's fine.
All right, so moving on from the NBA, we had some Rowan Hoops called a game yesterday,
Yeah,
right?
congrats,
Am I
Cole.
right? With
Oh,
the
I
great
was
Kara
so
Gunna.
nervous. Yeah, she carried me throughout the entirety of those 40 minutes.
You guys were probably our best dressed broadcast crew.
What were you
Oh,
wearing?
yeah.
sometimes-
I wish we had a picture we could
Oh
put
my
up
God.
here.
Hold up in the-
Tell 'em what you were
it
wearing.
was almost
With a
matching
three- With a
suits.
3-piece suit?
We're
Wore a
three-piece suit.
three-piece suit.
And Kara had on like a power suit or pantsuit. What's the term?
She had something.
She was
looking
dressed to the
fly.
nines as
Yeah.
well. It was a
Dripped
very
out. We were
yeah.
dripped
out.
out.
We
That's
had
what's
to
up.
put them on camera as much as we could. I
Like,
mean,
yeah.
I snuck it in there in like the fourth quarter just at some random time.
I had the
'cause-
pink
Drew and
undershirt.
higher
Why?
viewership for the
Wait,
game.
was it tie or no tie?
Oh, of course, you had to go tie. I'm
Bow
classy.
tie?
I'm classy. Had to go tie. No, bow tie. That's a little too risky.
That's a little too tough.
That's a
for
little too
Carlson
risky.
for
I know
me.
how to tie one because I'm kind of a hipster, but yeah, admittedly, but yeah, no, had to go tie.
A little sweaty up there.
Oh my god, I was drenched.
Yeah.
Red, not just a little.
My
he was
brother
drenched,
texted.
Sam.
I don't know what this means, but my brother texted me at halftime and said, "You sound sweaty."
You could hear it.
I don't know
You could hear it
what
through
I
the
don't know what
broadcast.
sounding
you
sweaty
could hear
means.
the heat and the exhaustion.
Like I think he just meant like I was. He said I
Yeah,
could hear the
that's
droplets of
sweaty
sweats
breathing.
hit the mic.
You can
I
hear
was
you
like, no,
huffing
you
and
didn't.
puffing in the mic.
Somebody who is aptly temperate isn't heaving like that. Here's a pass to Vilma over the far wing. That's a sweaty.
I was
That's a sweaty call.
dying up there.
Well, Kobe's seat definitely brought them good luck as Rowan basketball, men's and women's, they're going to try to make a nice playoff run this year. So, Lee, what do you see?
I got high hopes for the men's.
Can they
seem
beat Stockton?
I think they can.
Yeah.
I think they come out and they're ready to play. They've got a lot of energy and they've got the size, the speed, and everybody on that team seems to really connect. And you could tell just from how they know where everybody is on the court, their ball movement, they have good chemistry. And when you're a tight-knit team like that, that's how you win games, especially deep into the playoffs and in the later stages of the season.
Yep. So, looking at a mid-seed right now, 12-4 in the NJAC, looking for maybe home court advantage in the first round, somewhere in the 3-4 seed. I think it comes down for me just whether they make the threes or not. They're a fast-paced team. They like to kick it to the corner, pull up from three. I think how they shoot beyond the arc is going to determine how far they can make it.
The men's team is a great basketball team. Azemi, Ross, Seeger had a great game against NJCU. But the challenge is Stockton. That's their roadblock. They've lost to Stockton twice this season, one at home when they got decimated, and then they went on a road. They played a great game. I was there to watch that and called the game on the radio. But they could not make the plays that Stockton was making. Stockton just made the better plays, and that team is going to be a pain for Rowan if they meet them in the playoffs.
And when it comes to the women's team, they started out, I feel, real hot, and they had a lot of energy, and they were playing well. And they hustle. They hustle really hard, but they're starting to have a little tougher competition here as the season wraps up.
Mm-hmm.
But they go out when I'm at the games. I do photography. When I'm at the game shooting, they play hard the whole 4 quarters, which kind of confuses me because it's usually right after a men's game, and the men's play half. It's 2 halves, so it's a little throws me off a little with the timing. But
Haven't gotten used to it yet?
still no, it's too
Still
much back
thirsty for a leap?
between
My
that.
goodness, second quarter.
Yeah, well, between professional and collegiate. Just too busy. No, they play the whole game, and I appreciate that as a fan and as a student. They represent the school. Profs are tough. So.
Yeah. My freshman year here, 2 years ago, they won the NJAC without a single senior on their team and a good class coming in. Some key players have left since then. After last year, we didn't have a season. Ayanna Johnson, their top player, left. So the future was bright. They were definitely a powerhouse looking to win a couple more championships.
Dakota's really stepped into that
Yes, she has.
leadership role.
Definitely
And,
still a favorite. Still one of the favorites for
She
sure.
was player of the week a couple weeks ago for the NJAC, I believe, as well.
Yeah, she
I
might
think
have
so.
been.
Yeah,
Sounds
that
about right.
So yeah, she's
But-
been stepping up and really performing well.
Hopefully, we could win a championship. If either basketball team wins the championship, RTN will be covering it. So, our fans, stay tuned for that.
Big stuff. Big stuff coming.
Big stuff.
Developments.
Dom, we're all done talking about NJAC. Go ahead.
All right, it's Super Bowl Sunday. It's Super Bowl
Bowl
Sunday.
Sunday.
Let's get right
to what
let's
we
get
wanna
right to
talk
it.
about.
Come on, now. We've been dying for it.
Super Bowl predictions. What do we got?
I'm taking the Bengals,
Hey.
All right.
34-28, and I got Joe Shiesty bringing home the honors, Super Bowl MVP, and I know that the Bengals' offensive line, for lack of a better word, sucks.
It's the worst in the league.
Right. However, Von Miller's not the Von Miller from 4 or 5 years ago. He's slowing up on the edges there. And Aaron Donald's Aaron Donald, but Joe Burrow is Joe Burrow. I mean, he's been magical. He's been magical this season.
Hey, sometimes magic got to run out, but I agree with you. I am picking the Bengals 33-30.
Close one.
Huh?
It's a close one.
Yeah, 33-30. I actually saw it on The Simpsons, so The Simpsons have never been wrong so far.
Yeah,
so.
that's what Dom's prediction was based on.
Yeah, I saw it on The Simpsons, so
So
they haven't been wrong, so I'm going with them.
that's what the analysts on ESPN are saying too. The whole couch gag is really just the offices in Bristol.
Joe Burrow MVP always goes to a quarterback. I've never seen it go to no one but a quarterback or a defensive player.
Couple receivers.
Couple receivers?
Yeah.
I,
I think
I haven't seen it yet, but
Edelman was that Rams
was he?
god
No.
awful.
Nah, he wasn't. Brady won it, but I think it was just like
No, but
because of the catch. He gave it to
Edelman got the MVP, right?
Are you talking about? He got to say we're going to Disney World, but that's it. He ain't getting no MVP. I'm sure.
Against the Rams, did Julian
Yeah,
Edelman get
yeah,
MVP?
wasn't he the Super Bowl
I think he
MVP?
did. I think he won MVP, yeah.
He did. Oh,
Yeah.
I think so.
hey,
Yeah, he
fact check
did.
that somebody.
Okay,
Nick's
He
nodding?
definitely
Yeah.
did. It's like
Yeah.
100%.
I watched Man in the Arena. And
Okay.
I was thoroughly
Yeah.
disappointed by it. So
Were you?
Really?
I thought it was pretty mid. Yeah, I had much higher expectations, but I guess I'm just like spoiled because I watched The Last Dance so much. But I feel like some of the interviews were like it wasn't things worth saying. Like it was just Tom Brady was just sitting there was like, yeah, so I tore my ACL. And that's it. That's like all his whole comment. He didn't really elaborate. I wanted more of like behind the scenes. Like I want to hear him talk about, oh, we were down 28-3, so I went in the locker room and me and Bill said this to the guys. Like I want to hear the
I was going to watch
nitty-gritty,
Man in the
Thomas.
Arena, but I was unsure about it. Good thing you told me that, so now that turned me off. But yes, thank you, fact checker Dom.
Did you watch the top pool?
Julian Edelman did win that
No,
MVP.
that's the new
That was a
Thursday.
couple years ago.
Did you watch that?
No, not yet.
Okay.
But okay, so yeah, I was wrong. Wide receivers do sometimes win the MVP, but I'm still going with Joe Burrow, Joe Shiesty, Joe Burr to take home that MVP trophy.
All the 30 for 30s are good.
Yeah.
And we were talking to the car about the Buster Douglas.
Yep.
I watched that one. That was really good.
30 for 30 makes some quality docs.
But back to our predictions. So we've only got 2 Rams. Who's the other one with me? The Rams that you?
Yeah. I don't understand.
What are you posing for there? Are you posing for ShopRite?
Walk us through that photo.
All right, so basically, there's no way to sugarcoat it.
Don't sugarcoat it. I want to hear all about it.
I was
Me
a
too.
model. I was a model for ShopRite.
Model for
Model.
ShopRite.
Wow.
Can you do the pose?
Wow.
Okay.
So
okay.
excited
Stunt
for
on
the
him.
frozen
Stunt
fries.
on him.
Yeah, no, I was basically I was just doing like the shop at home stuff where you just like pick up groceries for people that are lazy and don't want to go in themselves. That's what it is. And a photographer walked up and he was like, "We don't put this on Facebook for an ad." I was like, "Okay." And I use that picture like all the time.
And why do you
go-to
have any
picture.
other pictures?
What was that?
Why don't you have any other pictures but that one?
Probably not going to say that one publicly, but not the best of not the best of
So Sam,
reasons.
why are you picking the Rams?
So I'm picking the Rams because I think they're
Great
going to be
transition there.
all over Joe Burrow. I think the pass rush is going to be too much. For some reason, my man Joe Shiesty, for some reason, I have a lot of faith in him. I think he's going to keep the game close. But I think overall, Aaron Donald, Von Miller, and that defense with all Jalen Ramsey too, it's going to be too much. I'm taking Cooper Kupp for my MVP. I think he torches Eli Apple, who, by the way, I'd like to say shout out to my guy Lucas Rubin over there. Although it says Jamar Chase MVP, he wanted to change it to Eli Apple.
He's a huge Eli Apple guy.
Huge Eli Apple.
He's got.
I don't
a
think
fat head
anyone's
on his
ever
dorm
said
room
that before.
wall.
He's a Giants fan. He has the Eli Apple rookie jersey.
Really?
Rookie card, yeah.
Yeah,
Biggest
so
Eli
he's from-
Apple supporter.
He's from Voorhees, right?
He's from Voorhees, yep.
That's
South
right,
Jersey
bro.
native.
So
Cooper
I'm
Kupp- Cooper
I'm
Kupp
with
about to
you
abuse
on
that
the
man.
Rams.
On the Rams, yeah.
I'm with you, and that's why I put like a low score because like I think that like Aaron Donald is going to tear apart that left guard and center,
Yeah.
and especially like you have Von Miller, although he's not what he was against Cam Newton, but
He didn't die. He just is out of football.
all right, I mean,
career
come on,
might
it was
have.
he basically died. It wasn't a
He
good
didn't,
show.
though. He didn't. He would basically be dead if he was like in the ICU. He's just chilling.
His
in-
career
Well, he's
did
dead
die
to me,
low-key.
and that's what matters.
Yo, his career low-key did die after that Super Bowl, man.
It did.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Von Miller destroyed that man's career.
It's tough being a bandwagon fan. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think because the way it's gonna work, everyone thinks, oh yeah, Joe Burrow's just gonna get the ball out fast. Jalen Ramsey is gonna be on Jamar Chase.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good
I think he's
gonna
gonna
watch.
get tired out.
You think
Honestly, not right away. I think as the game goes
he's
on.
going to get a few catches on him because that happens to every corner. But I think when it comes down to the matchup, I think Ramsey's gonna dominate it because he's still a rookie receiver. Yeah, he's a great receiver, but he's still a rookie when it comes down to it.
I think that Ramsey's gonna get tired out just because of the pure speed and the route running of Chase. Not just because, you got to do that the whole game. I'm saying, it's going to be really man on for the first half, maybe even the first 3 quarters, but eventually he's going to get gassed, and I think
That
Jamar's gonna be able
matchup
to just
between-
outrun him and outlast him.
That matchup between Chase and Ramsey is probably going to be the most watched thing on the Super Bowl. Like, that is going to be a great matchup. I'm actually going to give a hot take. One of them is going to get like a flag, like on just a personal flag, yo.
That's not hot. Of course, there's going to be flags.
Yeah, no,
No, I'm talking like a personal flag. Like,
you
they're going
mean
to be like
unnecessary
close to
roughness?
ejection type flags. Like, it's going to be, I think they're going to go at each other because Jalen Ramsey is known to be a crazy trash talker and get into the heads of
Gotta
his
love
opponents. Jamar Chase is like that LSU boy.
You can only trash talk so much now before it's taunting.
Yeah,
really
and
a-
especially like
That's
like if they do that during like the Super Bowl, oh my God, their coaches will light them up.
Yo, you can't.
So I
they gotta
can't.
get rid-
I don't like.
they
I
gotta
don't
get rid of
think
that
they're
rule.
gonna like. They might get a flag for something. I don't think they're gonna get tossed. They'd ruin like the biggest moment of their lives.
Yeah, they spent too much money on advertising to toss somebody out of the game.
Yeah.
They'll find a loophole around
Oh,
it.
the way the tickets are selling, man, they all right. The tickets
Yeah,
are
well,
like
it's
$6,000.
it's the new stadium. It's LA. You can
It
see
don't
you can see
matter.
the red
It's
zone studio.
$6,000 for nosebleed tickets?
Is it that much? It's
Probably,
not actually that much, is
No,
it?
it's that much, bro.
For a nosebleed ticket to
Though
$6,000.
they are crazy expensive, bro.
Fact check him again.
I think the first Super Bowl tickets were like $12.
12 for the
So
first one.
it had to have been like around that.
It's also the last time the trio, that Super Bowl trio, it's the last time they're doing this. So
Let's see.
shout out them as well. But those Super Bowl tickets are mad expensive this year. Even like I think Chad Ochocinco posted something like that, like, yo, nobody's going to the Super Bowl because we can't afford them.
I think Ochocinco probably has enough in the bank for
Yeah.
maybe a pair,
You think so?
maybe a pair of tickets.
As
Yeah.
Dom's checking on that, did any of you guys get a chance to check out the prop bets and things like that? FanDuel, DraftKings, anywhere?
No, I'm not into that.
You didn't check any of it?
Yeah,
I saw the Bengals are getting only 4, which kind of surprised me.
Yeah, that's a little too tight.
I thought it was going to be more,
I
like
thought it was
6.5 or so.
at least.
Yeah.
Granted, you have to make it. You have to make it close because the Super Bowl. You can't predict the blowout in the Super Bowl. That's not marketable. But like, yeah, I thought that would have been close. For prop bets wise,
All right, what color do you think the Gatorade's going to be?
Yeah, give us that.
Give us your Gatorade take.
Stone said white. Stone from
What?
RTN said white, so I'm definitely not going to pick white.
Definitely not white, bro.
Nobody drinks white Gatorade.
Definitely not.
It's
Who drinks?
I'm going to go
who
with,
does drink
I'm gonna
white
go with
Gatorade?
lemon lime yellow.
I'm gonna go with.
Well, Stone's thing was that like no one drinks the white, so the
You
white's
do?
going to be left
Oh
over.
my God, Dom drinks white too.
Gross.
I know it's
Ew.
white.
Cherry.
I knew I didn't trust you.
That's the wrong flavor.
I think it's gonna be Just a classic.
How much
red.
does that say?
Can't go wrong with a red.
You're saying red?
It can't go wrong.
I'm gonna go blue.
I'm gonna go
I
cherry.
feel like we have like the highest.
And I'll take lemon lime.
Yeah, all those.
Say, you know, it's the
white
color.
though.
Say the color.
That's
Yellow.
that's.
I said lemon lime yellow. But
See, I
how much
see-
does
I
that
think-
say, Dom?
All right, so for section 5 to 10, it is $3,250 each for 2 tickets.
So you were off by
Half.
Half. You're just
Oh,
coming
much
and
is
pulling
parking?
numbers out of your ass. I mean, what is this?
Hey. So I was off ahead, but
Expensive.
yeah,
It
and
is
it's so
expensive.
expensive. Like for 2 people, that's still $6,000.
It's literally this road, too. It's this section.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Who's the cheapest right now?
That's like so.
How much is it for that?
That's
low?
80 grand.
$15,624.
I saw
That's light work. I mean,
I saw
that's-
one
that's
seat
nothing.
that like if you're on
Light work.
if you're on the
You gonna
50,
sell your
it's
arm
like
and
80
kidney?
grand.
80?
Yeah, like I saw something on GQ for like if you're like on the 50, like on the first row in the 50, it's 80 grand.
Better be a good game if you're paying 80 grand to go.
I mean,
better be a
you
good
you
game.
are paying for the whole experience. They're gonna give you food. You get to see, you know, the.
Number 2 is $19,313.
God.
That's like
Not
20
80,
grand
that's
right there, bro. you basically everybody going to the Super Bowl by themselves, I guess.
Nah, that's so fun. Especially if you're gonna like, you gotta bring somebody.
Yeah, you gotta be.
Nah, bro. You gonna if I'm bringing somebody, you better pay for your own ticket.
It's worth it though.
Well,
'Cause
yeah, I'm not saying it's gotta be a date. I was just saying it's you know, usually people go in pairs or like groups of 4 or something. That's the
Yeah.
that'd be a weird date, like to start off. That's a pretty
That's
high bar.
That's the expensive date.
When I go on dates, there I was like, I'll pay a little bit, like a
better
little
be your
bit. But I'm
girlfriend
not
after the
doing.
date, I'll
I'm
say
not
that.
doing like 20 grand.
you're not dropping 40,000 on some tickets.
I'll be honest with you. I don't love anyone that much.
I respect it. I respect that.
You're gonna earn that love from me.
All right.
The halftime show is pretty loaded.
Halftime
Yeah,
show is
halftime show's
loaded.
gonna be
They
lit.
What do
they
you guys
pulled out
think?
all the stops.
They're not
That's
going to
probably why
disappoint.
tickets are so
They're not going to
expensive.
disappoint, are they?
Huh?
They're not going to disappoint this year. In the
Nah,
halftime
you
show?
got
You
got
can't.
Mary J. Blige could never disappoint.
yes, there and you got 3 homegrown LA people. Snoop, legend. Dre, another legend. Yes, I
Kendrick.
definitely agree with that. He will smoke on stage, Dom. Snoop will pop a blunt out of his pocket, bro.
It's a prop bet.
Oh yeah, I'll be disappointed if he doesn't.
Me too, I would. But Snoop, I'm definitely going to believe Snoop smoke on stage. Dre, I'm hoping to hear a lot of classes from both Snoop and Dre together. Kendrick's my man.
They're gonna be probably doing stuff from the Chronic. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Eminem's probably gonna jump in for that like 2001.
Yeah, like that's when M was at his best.
I don't know
too.
what Kendrick's gonna do. I don't know if they're like all performing together, or if they like are splitting
Kendrick
up
is
the
gonna
acts.
go
or
from
what.
he'll go into the old bag from his last album. Damn, he'll go into that to drop some songs from there. He'll probably drop some other ones like from the Black Panther album and all that. I'm hoping to hear a new song from Kendrick because I'm a diehard Kendrick fan.
They can't do.
Yeah,
new
but
songs this
I don't
Super
think
Bowl.
they're gonna debut at this. I mean, you have.
And
what,
also,
eight-
it's only
what
like
is it,
it's a
18
12
minutes?
minute.
12
Not
minutes?
even. It's like 12 minutes.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they got to strike all the stage and light stuff so they
They
can
only
get back
play
on the
like
field,
each
so-
song for like 45 seconds.
Shoot, then it's
Yeah.
gonna be like 2 songs from each person. Then.
Well,
Yeah.
usually the set lists are like 3 songs, but they only do half the song.
I actually now I'm thinking about that. I don't want a group no more for a Super Bowl halftime. I just want one person. You gonna do it like that?
Just one opera singer. is
yeah,
like-
one person, bro. Like when
Italian.
Weekend or who was the other one?
It was
Katy Perry, I think she did one, or Madonna.
Katy Perry's done it a couple
Katy
times.
Perry.
Katy
did
Perry,
one.
like she had a lit Super Bowl halftime show
I think
too.
Timberlake did one by himself.
Timberlake did.
He-
multiple
he-
too. I
Timberlake
think
did 52
Timberlake-
by himself,
was
and then
the
he had
worst
the other
one.
one with
Yeah.
Janet Jackson. And the 52 one was with the kid who was like awkwardly taking the selfies.
Yeah,
He became like a whole.
nobody cared.
He became a whole personality after that.
Yeah.
Nobody cared. It was supposed to be Rihanna that year, in fact. That's why. But they got Jennifer Justin Timberlake because she said no. But it's like Beyonce was another one that was
Well,
awesome.
well, hold on. Let me stop you there. Go and give me your first. Give me your number one.
My
What's your number one?
Bruno
halftime
Mars.
show?
Bruno Mars
number
by
one.
himself when the Seahawks won their first Super Bowl. That was my favorite Super Bowl halftime show ever because that was the first. I never listened to Bruno Mars like that till I watched that Super Bowl show, and then I instantly became a fan of Bruno Mars after that.
All right, that's good.
All right, so for my number one, even though it hasn't happened, I'm just calling it. It's gonna be the greatest.
Okay.
LA is gonna go nuts when the first couple chords of Still Dre plays.
Yeah, they got to come out to that, right?
You
I mean, there's
have
no
to.
other-
So, all right, but if we're doing something that has happened, because
What?
Kobe's upset with the rulings here.
I put hear me out on this one. The Black Eyed Peas.
Oh.
Because
Good one.
I watched
Say that
it last
again?
night
Isn't
about.
it I'd?
What was that?
Is it I or I'd?
I'd.
It's eyes.
It's the past tense of I.
Yes.
I'd. Black
I'd,
Eyed.
Black-eyed.
I'd.
Oh, it's not black eyes, like plural.
Oh. No,
No, I
it's
think
it's
plural.
I
It's
think
it's
singular,
I'd.
plural.
I'd.
It's
Black
I'd.
I thought it was
Yeah.
eyes, black eyes peas, not
That
black
wouldn't even
eyes.
make
No, like
sense.
we
Black-eyed
have
peas.
black eyes. We're black-eyed.
No, they're yeah.
And
I
peas is just-
I say this because I watched their set at 3 a.m. last night when I was doing research for the pod, and it was a great time. They just played banger after banger after banger. For some reason, Usher was there for like 5 seconds, and he did a split. That was amazing.
Great.
What year
That's
was
all-
that?
That's all you need.
It really
Couple
is.
Usher splits makes the show.
Exactly.
I'm gonna have to rewatch this after. I
I
gotta
highly
freshen
recommend
up.
it.
Like, I don't
Which-
remember Usher being there. Like, what
Yeah.
year was that?
I
I
honestly
vaguely remember.
had
we
to
were,
have been,
we
like,
were real children.
It was
2006.
2000. I think it was 2011.
2011.
At their
I'm gonna
peak.
Google that after.
Yeah, it was when we
No,
were
they
pretty
were
young.
popular way before 11.
No, but they peaked at like
33rd?
at 11. They had their uprise, but like
I don't know. They were popular for a long time, quite a few years. But I said my favorite was Beyonce. I mean, I'm not really too
Everybody
passionate about
picks
it, but I
that
went
one.
with Beyonce. Everyone picks that one?
Yeah,
Oh.
everyone picks
No,
that one.
you guys are all wrong. There's one answer,
okay.
and that's Prince.
You know, I had him on my list. I'm not
It's
gonna lie.
Prince.
I had him on my list, and he did it in the
You
monsoon.
big Prince guy?
Huge Prince guy.
You're a huge Prince
Huge
guy.
Prince guy. And there is nobody like Prince when it comes to performing, when it comes to wearing dresses,
Oh come
when
on!
it comes
no,
to when
no.
it comes to perms, when it comes to the color purple.
Making
okay,
these weird sounds. he makes
Okay,
those
hang on,
sounds,
hang on,
doesn't he?
stop. Now you disrespected
Yeah.
somebody.
That's a Prince.
Mike Jack.
Yeah, you're
Prince.
disrespecting
again?
Michael Jackson. Bro.
I am not disrespecting Michael Jackson
Yes, you
because I
are.
love Michael
Michael
Every
Jackson.
Jackson
single
is better
thing
than
you just
Prince.
Michael
described
Jack-
had everything to do with Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it's true.
Perms, style.
Exactly, that's Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson didn't have a perm. Michael Jackson, when he was in the Jackson 5 and the Jacksons, and when he was coming up, he had an afro. And then he got rid of the afro, and it was like a weird...
Mullet.
It was like a weird mullet Jerry curl hybrid. That was what he was in, and like Beat It. And then, you know, he had changed a little bit. Prince, he's the guy. It's Prince. I mean, it's Prince.
Prince is legit. Prince is real, but like Bruno Mars was my personal favorite, but I had to pick like the all-time one. It might really be Michael Jackson's one, man. Like Michael Jackson really tore that one up. Michael Jackson.
I
had
love
people
Michael Jackson.
fainting.
I love Michael
Like,
Jackson.
he had people fainting.
Probably
like,
more
when he
than the
came
next
on.
guy.
When did he do a halftime show?
He did it like
It was
90s, I
the
think.
the Colts Bears, I think.
Yeah, Colts Pairs was Prince. Michael Jackson might have been like late 90s, I think.
Or were you saying? You were saying
I think I was saying that. What was?
He asked me what Michael Jackson did his.
Yeah, I
that's
know.
all.
I thought Michael Jackson was. I don't know. I don't have the timeline.
no.
I know.
I know
Looked at the
Prince
performances.
was-
I didn't really care about the games
Prince
at that
was
point.
Colts Bears 2006. Jackson was probably. I don't know my Roman numerals like that. Nah, what year is
No,
that?
just guess. just make
I
something
didn't want to say it that
That
I didn't know
was
my Roman numeral. Some
27.
guy he said it too.
Oh, like what
27.
year is that, yo?
up.
Yeah, I'm better with the years. when
I
it
guess it
comes
was
to
probably
Super
it had to have
Bowls.
been like 94. Did I get the year right? 93.
It's 93,
Oh, it was-
okay.
that's
Oh,
January
yeah, yeah,
31st.
Bills.
That's basically.
Bills lost. One of the Bills for.
That had to be
there.
Cowboys.
I'm
era.
within the calendar year. I'm gonna count my guesses. 94 is correct.
I'll give that one to you.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, let's do. Let's get into
Oh,
a little Super Bowl trivia, huh?
shall we?
Oh Lord.
All right,
Little
gentlemen.
Super Bowl trivia action. What?
Oh yeah,
So,
definitely
listen,
prepared
y'all.
for this.
Me and Spencer have compiled a couple questions, a couple queries. So we were gonna go to maybe like Hobby Lobby and get some bells to ding in, but we didn't. There's a winter weather advisory.
That is true.
Didn't want to
We
risk
also
it on the
are
road.
filming
so
at like 10 in the morning, so I don't blame you.
some of us have Super Bowl plans. Could be.
Oh,
All right,
oh,
so just
don't worry.
I got homework planned
answer
after this.
first. I don't care. Just don't scream because it'll be a little loud. We don't want to upset the viewers at home, whatever camera I'm on. Okay. Who has the most passing yards in a single Super Bowl?
Brady. I'm gonna go Brady.
How many, though? Do you know how many?
Oh, how many? Dang.
Oh, I know. It was in the Patriots Eagles Super Bowl,
Sure was, Sam.
and it was 426 yards.
It was 505 and 52.
505,
I asked who it
52.
was. I'll give you Brady. So if you want to keep score, you can. I wasn't going to. I was just
All right,
gonna-
nah. You know,
Dom
yeah.
will keep score. Yeah.
Dom will keep score?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you, Dom.
Put it on the screen. All right. Most passing touchdowns in a single Super Bowl.
Any-
A single Super Bowl.
I feel like all these gonna be Brady. I'm gonna go Brady. It might have been the Atlanta Falcons one because he. Nah,
Not Brady.
Oh,
No,
wrong.
no,
Okay.
that,
Nick
was, that
Foles.
wasn't.
Nick Foles
Nick Foles.
is
Nick
a questionable guess.
That is a very questionable.
And I love him, but it's not at all Nick.
He
Foles.
got
How
a
many did he
receiving
get?
I think he
touchdown.
had like
Oh yeah,
four.
he
He had
4.
the Aguilar. No, not Aguilar.
He had one to Jeffrey, I know.
Jeffrey,
He had one to Clement
Ertz,
and Ertz.
Clement.
That's 3.
Mahomes?
And I think he had what?
Patrick Mahomes?
No, Nick Foles.
Nick Foles?
He caught the one.
He caught
Is
one,
that-
too.
So 3 passing and a reception. Okay, all right. So nobody got it yet.
Who was it?
I'm gonna go with Joe Montana. That's my guess.
Here the most. It was Steve Young with 6.
Really?
I knew that too.
Steven Youngster.
Yeah.
Who has the most rushing yards in a single Super Bowl?
Emmitt Smith.
Nah.
Nah? Wow.
Walter Payton.
Nah.
Nah, he even
This
scored
one.
in
This
the
one's
Super Bowl.
kind of off the deep
This is
end here.
hard.
Yeah. This
Off the deep end.
Timmy Smith
Oh, I was not getting
for
that one.
Washington.
I don't even
What
know
year
who
is that?
was,
Timmy
to be
Smith.
honest.
22. Super Bowl 22.
Oh, dang.
Not
That's back in the
1922.
day.
Yeah, that was back in the
You
day.
made these questions hard. Make us look bad.
God.
Well, I thought you guys were gonna be a little more creative in your answer.
All right, we're gonna
Well,
get better.
granted,
We're
I'm
gonna
not-
turn
I'm
it
being
around.
realistic
All right, here,
with
you
my
can-
answers.
It's a team effort from here on out. We're
Yeah.
trying to get.
What
it
city
together.
has hosted the most Super Bowls?
Miami.
Wow.
It's got to be.
Pull.
Miami.
Do you know how many?
3.
11.
I didn't know
You should
Miami
just
held
not
that
answer
many.
that. It's a follow-up question.
We'll resend
I got-
that.
I
We'll
got
cut
the
it out
one
in
right.
post. How many footballs are used in the Super Bowl throughout the course of the game, from kickoff to when they drop the confetti?
I'm gonna say at least.
I didn't know this was Spencer's question. This was.
I'm gonna
quite a
say at
shock.
least they gotta go much. I'm gonna say at least 25 different footballs. Really? Wow.
150.
Nope.
That's aggressive.
All right, Cole. Come
Uh,
on.
I'd believe any number you said.
Yeah. I can
What-
mix
what
it
did
up.
you say?
They used
I said
one the whole game.
25.
So 25. I'm gonna price this right. I'm gonna go 20.
20 and 1 cent. No, it was 72. 72
many
footballs,
Wow.
as reported by Spencer Reyes, the co-producer of RTN Overtime. There it is. How many footballs are used throughout the regular season, though?
The
Yeah,
entire
all
regular
games?
season.
Yeah,
everything?
the
All
whole,
of the
yeah.
Oh,
Again, I'd believe any number you
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's gotta be hundreds. Like,
Just tell us.
700,000.
what do they do with all those footballs if they don't use it? Because they barely.
Well, sometimes they game ball.
Yeah.
They switch them out. Obviously
Sign
now
'em,
they're so
auction
like
'em.
hyper about making sure it has
I'm
the
about to
right.
say, I know Cam Newton be
PSI.
giving them to the fans.
What are we at? Which teams have played in 4 Super Bowls but have never had the lead at any point? It should be. There's only one team. What team has played in 4 Super Bowls but has never held the lead?
The Bills.
Bills.
Nah, the Vikings.
The Vikings.
Vikings been
I
the
didn't even
fourth.
know
The
they
Bills lost 4 in a row.
I didn't even know they made it.
That was the.
Yeah, I didn't know they made it.
It was
I
a
thought-
tough.
Wait,
a
what was
tough
the
schedule.
question?
What team has played in 4 Super Bowls but has never held the lead at any point?
That's the
Vikings been
I
to
guess
4
it.
Super Bowls, bro.
I thought
Spencer
they were
says
just
yes.
always bad.
That was on the thing. So.
That was on the thing.
Wow.
Wikipedia? What's our sources here?
Hey, we are.
You put that question.
We are a credible podcast, man. Come on now, do better.
Who has the most receptions in a single Super Bowl?
Jerry Rice. That's not Jerry Rice.
Yes. Edelman. I'm gonna go Edelman.
In one Super Bowl
One Super
game.
Bowl. One Super Bowl.
All right, I
game.
gotta hear this answer.
You would think it would be a Jerry Rice.
Yeah, he has every single receiving record.
Yeah, just give it to me. I don't know.
James White had 14 in Super Bowl 51.
Yeah, that's true. I remember that stat.
Wow.
Running
These
back.
stats are coming back to
Yeah,
me.
yeah. No, you just needed the refresher.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
because you knew it. It was right on the tip of the tongue. You just didn't want to say it.
There was a couple
He
things
just,
about
didn't
it.
want to embarrass
Yeah,
us.
right,
You
no,
know, he's a
he's-
gracious host.
He really is. What is the most common Gatorade color dumped on coaches at the end of the game?
Cherry red.
No.
I'm gonna go lime green.
Blue.
Orange. Blue's been the 2 of the last 3 or something. It's been blue, but all time 12 orange baths.
I've never seen anyone.
Actually, the
drink
orange Gatorade flavor.
I feel like every old, not old, but basically any shot from the history of the Super Bowl to maybe 1998, it's always been a freeze frame of orange on the coach.
I agree with you. Still have never seen anyone buy an orange Gatorade.
I'll buy an orange Gatorade.
I bought orange Gatorade. I drink.
You know,
Well, you
like,
also
you know-
buy white Gatorades.
Yeah,
so
enough out of your
all right,
glacier
so the-
cherry self over there.
Yeah,
You don't-
orange is pretty common.
What do you have against the orange?
I'm about to say the
Gatorade?
orange is like the best one outside of cherry.
I don't have anything against it. I just personally haven't seen anything.
See, I think the red's overrated.
Well, it's not even cherry. It's fruit punch,
It's
first
fruit
of all.
punch?
Yeah.
Oh, oh I keep calling it
If you're
cherry.
going to defend it so much, you at least know the flavor.
Glacier,
Glacier cherry is white.
Glacier cherry.
Glacier-
So really,
Oh,
you're like the white? Is
I don't
that
know
what
why
you're
we're saying
No,
the
I
no,
still
I
don't
like
trust
the red.
you.
I thought
You
the
like the
red was
red?
cherry. That's why.
I don't like
I never
the
looked
fruit
at the
punch.
labels of it. I just.
I don't like the
I
fruit
color
punch. If
my
I want fruit punch, I get real fruit punch, not Gatorade fruit punch.
Gatorade fruit punch. Yeah, Minute Maid is always.
Minute Maid.
It's a
Hey.
that's a solid
Can't
punch
go-
right
can't
there.
go
Yeah,
wrong.
Minute Maid, yo.
I have a lot of opinions when it comes to fruit punch.
Especially in the carton, Minute Maid be hitting.
In the carton?
Yeah, the carton.
You get real passionate about it.
Yeah, no, it's because the cardboard is porous, so it interacts, and the glue they use to seal it, so you get a little extra chemical boost. in the fruit punch.
What do you do in your free time? My God.
I drink Minute Maid fruit punch. What else would I be doing?
He do research. He do
I'm a
mad
college
research.
student. This is what
I
I
didn't even
do.
know that. I just
don't
said
even
hit.
show up to class. I just sit and I drink gallons upon gallons of fruit punch.
And
I
your
go to
professors
when
let
I
you?
when I go to the doctor and it's oh my God, your throat is stained red from all the Minute Maid carton fruit punch.
Oh my god. Next question.
I have
all right,
so many questions.
In the history of the sport, which person owns the most Super Bowl rings?
Tom Brady.
Oh, owns?
Like who has the most Super Bowl
So it
rings?
might
Really,
not be a
it's-
player even. You're saying?
It may not be a
Yeah,
book.
it could be a coach, it could be a
Oh.
player, it could be a
Oh.
coordinator.
Nah, it's gotta be Tom
Executive.
Brady. Come on. He's got 7.
Exec.
Who else?
I'm trying to think outside the box of like execs and stuff that have done it. I'm not.
Well, it's not like an owner. I mean,
Well, yeah, it wouldn't be
is
an
it a
owner
player?
because if it was an owner,
coach.
then
It's a
what-
coach.
It's a coach.
Is it Lombardi? Is it?
It's the most championships.
Is it is it Belichick?
it certainly is William Belichick.
Yeah, because
Wait,
he won 6
Oh,
Six in
yeah,
New
he
England, and
won
then he
as a
won
player.
2 with Lawrence Taylor in New York.
I thought he only won with Brady. I didn't know.
All right, Kobe's
He's a
leading.
champion.
Looking
Oh,
like
is
a
he?
fool.
Tom, what's the score?
1-1 and 2. Kobe's leading.
1-1.
That's right.
2.
Do better.
All right.
I don't even remember getting one.
What is the most watched Super Bowl of all time?
Oh, dang.
Kobe, we talked about this in class. Were you paying attention?
Let
Let me see your notes.
My notes.
I'm gonna tell the
You think
professor
I
you
take
were-
notes in class?
You were just you were dozing off, huh? You were looking out the window.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He be doing it. He was doing that in our last semester's class.
It was like it was a weird game, wasn't it? I think it was like it was something to do with the Broncos, right? It was like
I can't give you any hints.
Nah, I know that the Rams.
is it
and
Broncos
the Pats-
Seahawks?
It was not.
Nah, it might. Was it? I'm gonna go
Please don't be mad at me,
Ravens,
Derek Jones.
49ers, Beyonce blackout.
The Harbaugh Bowl?
Yeah, Harbaugh.
It was
Bowl.
not the Harbaugh Bowl.
All right.
Super Bowl. I'll do one of the Giants Patriots.
No, it Seahawks Patriots.
Seahawks Patriots.
Oh,
Not
that was
the
my
Von-
first
the
guess
Von
too.
Curse.
That was my first guess.
Yeah, that was an entertaining game. I remember I had good snacks at that party. Somebody got
What'd you have?
the soft pretzel rivets, and there's cream cheese there, so I got a little soft pretzel cream cheese action going.
Put them in the regular cheese. You put them in like the cinnamon sugar.
No,
stuff.
I'm talking like Philly cream cheese.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like
Philly.
the,
Oh yeah, that's
What's
good.
what's like a must-have
Wait,
like
wait, wait.
Super Bowl snack for you guys?
Nachos are good.
Nacho.
It's like the only time of the year I have nachos.
I'm a big wing guy.
Yeah, wings.
big
Like
wing
you
guy.
get
I
wings
like-
all the time. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
I
nachos
still
like
love
once a
them, though.
year Super Bowl.
See, nachos are very hit or miss because they're either really good or they get soggy, and I can't do soggy nachos.
Yeah.
That's why you
I
dip
need
them
the
in
crunch.
the cheese. You
no,
don't,
I
you
know,
don't
but if
pour
you
it
do
on.
if you do the loaded, then
Nah,
the juices
that's
from
not
the
what you want.
chicken.
You want the nice container. You get like a Little League baseball game.
Oh,
It's
the-
like
the
nachos with the
cellophane
little
plastic
cheese thing.
with
The
the-
fake cheese.
And it's got like the film on top because it hasn't thawed all the way through.
That's what you want.
Yeah, no, that's good.
the way to go.
That's up there with the dollar dog hot dogs that are like they're
oh,
like
that- yeah,
gray.
that's
not hot dog meat
yeah,
color.
hot dog be hitting, man.
There's
No
no
matter
way
what.
they're cooked fresh.
Oh, I'm
Meaning
fully
they're-
aware that that's like
They're cooked fresh
that-
3
that's
years
like-
ago and then they're
oh, yeah.
warmed up.
I'm fully aware of that, but I'll still eat like 30 of them.
All right, we'll get back to the trivia. 1
30.
second. What
Don't
are you
kill
what are you
yourself,
eating?
Kobe.
Last meal on earth, you have to eat it.
Last meal.
Old dollar dog hot dog or 7-Eleven taquito pizza on a warmer. And those
Dollar
exist
Dog.
because I saw them the other day
Dollar
when I
Dog
went to
hot dog.
7-Eleven.
I'm not eating anything at 7-Eleven.
dollar-
You're not a big,
And
you're not a big Jamaican
This is
beef
my
patty
last.
guy.
This is my
No.
last meal on earth. I'm picking the hot dogs with no hesitation because
Yeah.
I want to live longer. I feel like the 7-Eleven pizza is gonna like shorten my life.
But maybe it'll give you like special powers.
well like radioactive powers
I wouldn't be
from
surprised
like
if the Jamaican
what are you
beef patties from
talking about?
7-Eleven gave you
from like the
special powers.
radiation of like the heat lamps that they put it out
Absolutely.
there.
Nah, I'll take
There's
the
no way.
hot dog.
There's no way
I'm going
7-Eleven
hot
has
dog.
a
Yeah.
top tier food safety rating.
Yo, they grab those without even putting like they grab it with their bare hands and just hand it
Yeah,
to
it's
you.
gross.
You know what I saw? I don't want to throw Holly Dining under the bus, but I was waiting for food the other day, and the dude reached. I was like, "Can I get some fries?" He's like, "Yeah," and he reached in to like use the scooper to put them on my plate or whatever, and then he put the scooper down and he just like grabbed a couple and ate them with his gloves on, and then he just went back to doing his job. I was appalled. I wanted to call in the bar rescue guy. John, yeah, what is it?
Topper.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm taking the hot dog. There, I think we
Yeah,
all.
with
Like
no
that's the only
hesitation.
choice
Hot
with
dog.
a Minute Maid fruit punch
Fruit
to
punch.
wash it
In the
down.
car.
Oh yeah, no,
Not
you
a
need the
Yo.
fruit punch to wash it down.
What about when they do in the cans?
It's not
In the
as good.
can?
You know, I've seen protein protein shakes in a can.
Those
like
are the types
canned
that like
muscle
make
milk?
you like
Yeah,
fight
I've seen
demons.
Canned milk,
Yeah,
kilk. Am I
yeah,
saying that right?
kilk.
Kilk.
Sure.
Canned milk.
I don't know. Why are you
Yeah,
asking
no,
me?
I've loved myself
Big
too much
protein
over the
guy.
years to try any of
Big
that.
muscle milk. Okay, all right. What Super Bowl has the least amount of punts in the game? Least amount of total punts.
Punts.
Punts. That's where it drop back on 4th down. The punter gives it to the other team, so you don't get the turnover. Just explain to me.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm only gonna say one. Yeah, I got nothing. I don't even have anything to say. I really don't know.
You have 54 choices to choose from.
I
Just say a
don't
number.
know.
Just say any number, 1 through 54.
Eagles, Pats.
It is Eagles.
Because
Which
there were so
Eagles
many
Pats?
touchdowns and stuff. What?
Which Eagles Pats?
The one that's
Yeah, the Eagles punted once, and the Patriots never.
They never punted
punted.
once in that
It was a long game for the punter.
Yeah.
Didn't
Jeez.
see a lot of action that one. What is the fastest score in a Super Bowl? The fastest from kickoff to the score.
Jacoby Jones for the Ravens taking the
yes.
kickoff for touchdown.
It wa-
Devin Hester taking the kickoff touchdown.
No, it was the Seahawks. They had a safety. 12 seconds into the game against the Broncos.
Oh yeah.
And that was quicker than a kickoff?
I don't think that was the opening.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
Yes, it
Jacoby
was.
Jones and Devin Hester were both opening
I don't know.
kickoff
Getting
touchdowns.
this straight from CBS Sports.
But hang on.
I want a point for that. I want a point
all right,
for
all
that.
right. We'll wait. We'll go to the.
I fact checked that. But
we'll send that up to Secaucus,
He's
see
right.
what they have
Because
to
I do
say.
remember that because it was the first play of the game for the.
And Peyton walks up. He's Omaha, and they threw it over his head.
Yeah. They didn't.
You
They
could
didn't
see
do no
in the
kickoff
broadcast
at
he was
all.
spooked.
So they kicked it off, but he took a knee.
He
so.
took a knee, so then I guess seconds-wise it was
43 to
faster
8.
than them running.
Yep.
Seahawks score fastest points in Super Bowl history.
You're right. I guess it is.
Thank you for doubting me, Sam Dobson.
But, yeah, you're right.
Can't have them all.
In how many Super Bowls has one team not scored any touchdowns? So they they only scored on special teams. No touchdowns of any sort for one of the teams.
What was it?
Well, I wasn't listening to the question.
In how many Super Bowls? In how many Super Bowls has one team not scored any touchdowns the whole game?
15 Super Bowls at least.
12.
15, 12?
Where they haven't. I'm just gonna go 5.
7.
All right, good.
7 Super Bowls. Where
Alright.
only it was either field goal or something else.
God.
That must suck.
Oh yeah.
You guys Super Bowl and you just can't score.
That's a shame.
Poor
Letting
Rams.
down
Yes.
everybody.
Yeah, for letting them down. How many head coaches have won 2 Super Bowls with 2 different teams?
Head coaches?
Mm-hmm.
2 Super Bowls.
As a head coach. So
As a head coach?
They were head coach for one team and they won, and then a head coach for another team and they also won.
I was gonna say Reed, but I know that he didn't win.
No.
Nope. Didn't win
Gruden, I know.
in
Didn't
Philadelphia.
Gruden win? Didn't
He
Gruden
won
win with the Raiders
one.
and with the Bucks?
No, Gruden won with the
5.
None. It's none. It's trick
None?
question.
None?
Just tricking you.
Oh wow!
I gotcha.
He got us.
All right,
I
last
thought
one.
Gruden at
Last
least
one. Last one.
Won with the Raiders and
And then
the
we'll move
Bucks.
on. Who holds the longest national anthem performance at the big game?
Who was
The longest national anthem.
I couldn't even name someone who's done national anthem performance. So
I don't remember anybody famous.
I'm gonna go with Alicia Keys.
Good pull, Cody.
Oh.
Alicia Keys, 2 minutes and 36 seconds. What a pull.
Famous.
One more. Sorry. One last one. What was the most expensive ticket at Super Bowl $1?
$12.
Yep.
$12.
Yeah, I kind of said that earlier. Sorry, guys.
I need to make sure you guys are listening.
Yeah,
Everybody
no, it was a
gets
test.
point.
Yeah, thanks, Spencer. I'll get you some Minute Maid fruit punch to smooth things over. It's not a plug. I'm just, I enjoy a good beverage.
However, if you do want to sponsor us,
No, we're students. I thought you can't do college students, but you can now.
yeah, exactly.
Technically, we're not athletes, but
We're not.
We'll find.
athletes
We'll
at
figure.
all.
We'll,
Technically.
we'll find a loophole.
I could be.
I would drink Minute Maid.
I
all
could have
day,
gone
every
pro
day
if
on
it wasn't
campus,
for this
bro.
ankle.
no.
It happened. Injury from my
Might bust
past.
the knee, yeah.
Bum
Minute Maid.
knee.
I would drink the fruit punch every day, all day. Don't matter. All you gotta do is write me a check.
All right, Sam.
Okay, so we're going to do something fun now. We're going to have a little draft somehow. We're going to do a draft with some Super Bowl moments that we listed. We're all like 20, so most of them were within the past like 12 years, but it's okay. So I don't know how this is actually going to
Yeah,
work.
we
What are
did.
you thinking?
You wanna, like-
What do you guys,
We'll
anyone
see.
passionate about like this has to be number 1 out of our list?
Philly special. Philly special's got to be number 1.
Philly Special's got to be number 1. I feel like the Malcolm
The
Butler
Philly Special?
interception
Heck
has
no.
to be number 1.
I
I
would see.
guess.
I would say it's a toss up between like the Philly special and the helmet catch.
Yes, it is.
I feel like it's a toss between those two.
Because I remember watching the helmet catch. Like I really thought that was intercepted when that first happened. So the
I
Philly
think
special.
so did Rodney Harrison.
Yeah, right, yeah. So, and I remember because the Patriots were really losing that game pretty badly. Like the defensive line for the Giants were just getting at Tom Brady all game.
It's in that documentary in Man in the Arena. It's nice because Tom Brady kind of just like sits there and whines about when he lost to the Giants and then the Eagles. It's like, oh, man, I really wanted that one.
And
So we got to go back the next season. But he's like all boohoo cry. He went to like Punta Cana with his wife or something. Like, oh no, that's too bad.
And Eli Manning became the first quarterback ever to beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. So, yeah, I know Spencer likes hearing that.
Okay, so
Yeah, I feel like it's more of a helmet catch than the Philly special.
I guess I'm biased. Lucas, stop cheering over there.
Yeah, I was going with the Malcolm Butler interception.
Yeah, well,
for
because
my
Malcolm
number one.
Butler, Malcolm Butler, I guess, really stole the game. That put it away. I mean, he doesn't make that catch, they lose.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was my number one. But we could do helmet catch. I'm fine with helmet catch one.
All right, we'll put it up there. So then we'll go Malcolm.
Just for
Butler,
you,
too.
we could do Malcolm Butler, and then we could do Philly
Okay,
special three.
we'll put Philly in there.
All right, we'll put Philly at 3.
Rank it.
The Malcolm Butler interception, yeah. I remember, like, my friend, we was in Hawaii when we saw that Super Bowl too. My friend started texting me saying, like, yo, they didn't run the ball on the one.
Yeah,
They didn't
my
run the ball
God,
at all.
yeah.
I was like, you're lying, right?
kept
Talk about the
doing
most
that a lot.
most questionable decisions of all time.
Yeah. Didn't hear that.
All right, let's see what we got.
It's
next.
hard to keep your job after that.
There's the Santonio Holmes touchdown. It's got to be up there. I'm a
What?
Steelers fan, but the little two tap for the win.
Oh, yeah, that's
The
one of
James
best-
Harrison
one of the best
100
Oh, he
catches.
made the toe
yards,
tap
100
famous.
yards.
I think the
Yeah.
Santonio Holmes is a better moment than the James Harrison.
I think so
think-
too. I was just saying they're the same game.
Yeah.
I think the Santonio
The
Holmes should be
Santonio
fourth.
Holmes
Yeah.
one is great, but the thing about the James Harrison one, like the one I go back to is because I remember every defensive player running back on on offense for James Harrison, like blocking everybody. Like I remember when I watched you know how they do like the Super Bowl documentary every time a team wins.
Yeah, America's game or something.
Yeah, America's game. Mike Tomlin said like, yo, he was so proud of all his players running back on when he caught the interception, blocking and clearing a path for James Harden to score a touchdown. And it was a long run. It was like almost like 60, 70 yards or something like that.
98.
98? Wow.
Nuts.
We'll call it 99.
It's
Give
98.
it
For the aesthetic.
So I'll put James Harrison over Santonio Holmes.
I'm going with I'm
It's
going to ride with
definitely
Antonio
Santonio
Holmes.
The Tracy Porter pick six. That's significant to me because that was the first Super Bowl that I remember. Like I stayed up with my dad and watched it, and I remember it was like the big storyline was it was pretty shortly after Katrina, so New Orleans was still kind of reeling through the effects of that, and it was just like, Drew Brees got his son up on the podium, and you could see like he won it for the city. It was very
Yeah,
it
it was his only Super Bowl though.
But even more memorable than the pick six. Well, while that was crazy, was when they came out for the second half and onside kicked it.
Was that second half or first half?
I think
That
it
was
was
the
the
second
second
half.
half.
That was
Second
I
half.
remember.
Yeah, he's a
direct-
Colts,
that was
Colts fan.
Yeah, I'm a Colts
Allegedly,
fan.
alleged Colts.
I know
fan.
allegedly. I'm a diehard Colts fan, and I'm on to stick through Carson Wentz.
I said the same thing about Sam
Let me get your
Darnold.
Carson Wentz hot takes.
Stop making dumb decisions. Like,
Wonder if we've heard that one before.
shut up. Like, and also stop throwing the ball in the end zone when you get tackled. Just take a safety. But I take like I think the manager said like, yo, the GM said they're not fully invested in him. So I honestly don't know what you do because you traded a first round pick for this dude. So basically, it's either he's got to look in the mirror, have a Ben Simmons self-talk with him, I guess. Talk, be a sports therapist. I don't know, but you got to play better, bro.
That would be a very interesting meeting. I would love to go and just mediate them talking, complaining about.
Why
Philly.
can't you shoot a jump shot?
Yeah.
And what happened to the old Carson?
They're
Wentz?
just gonna switch. Get
Huh.
Ben Simmons in the pocket and get Carson down in the paint, and just let him go to work.
Carson Wentz would do way better in the paint. than Ben
I'm
Simmons.
sure he's got a mean skyhook, like Kareem level. He's always been able to throw a straight spiral.
Yeah, so
Dom, put Santonio Holmes a 4.
Please.
Thank you, please. I didn't mean to sound rude like that. I'm sorry, Dom. You're a great guy.
that's right. You listen to the talent.
We also got up there. We got a T.O. in the Super Bowl,
Broken leg.
broken leg,
Broken
doing his
freaking
his
leg. Shout out
Greg
Kurt
Jennings
Angle.
Madden 08 impression, running down the sideline, outrunning him on half a leg, and they still can't
Who
stop
y'all
him.
lost to in that Super Bowl? Patriots?
Patriots. Thomas Brady,
Uh,
the one and only.
you know what? I would like to put T.O.
Well,
up
I
there.
think Donovan McNabb did his big part losing the game. Even Andy Reid.
Was it at the end of all three?
Talk
of
about
them?
mismanaging the clock. They got no timeouts. They got to hustle, and they're just
I'm about to say, like,
slumping
wasn't
it
at the
down the
end
field.
of the Super Bowl for, the end of the relationship for T.O. and what's the name?
McNabb. They
were
had-
beefing on the sidelines during the Super Bowl.
yeah. They had a skewed relationship for it's kind of a long downfall, basically since he got here. But that's just their personalities didn't mix. I'm talking like I know McNabb and T.O. We're buddies, we hang out.
Dom, Dom's really
drink Hawaiian
pushing for
punch.
the ice
Okay,
bowl.
what's up?
Ice Bowl.
What's up with your love for the Ice Bowl, Dom?
I'll talk about the ice bowl for him. So, so it was negative 12 degrees or something like that.
Coldest game ever. Still
Yes,
recorded.
yes. Packers were playing. And something for a production side of this that's interesting is it was the first ever televised Super Bowl. The camera even froze. The lens and the whole camera froze. So on the game-winning play, if they didn't run it in for the game-winning touchdown, there would not have been coverage of it. They were unable to tilt the cameras. They didn't have like hundreds of cameras there like we do now for all kinds of different things. But
Look at the clothing here.
yeah, look at
My man with the ski mask.
Look at
looking-
Very
drip.
uncomfortable.
He got a Kodak.
That's what
moment
Kobe
on.
wore to the basketball game.
I think honestly, I think,
That
I'm gonna
that mask down at the bottom, the do-it-yourself Spider-Man mask. Yeah,
I'm pulling that out the next basketball game.
Yeah.
You just watch.
trench coat, hat, blanket, second trench coat. I'm looking for the comeback of the trench coat to the football games. It was a good look, I think. Really professional. There's a documentary about this, and the players said that they would put like Vaseline to stay warm or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I've
I
seen
don't
all
know the
kinds of
science
stuff
behind it,
about
yeah.
this. It's a good one. Another moment that I want to put in there, though, the John Elway helicopter run, it's known as. So it was 1998. It was Elway's first Super Bowl. He won it the next year, too. But this was after he reached the Super Bowl 3 years. This was his fourth go at it. And there was a 3rd and 6, and he ran, and he dove. And he got flipped around
I
like a
remember that.
helicopter. You don't
Well, I remember seeing
well,
it.
okay.
I remember seeing that
no,
on
you
like a
don't.
highlight tape. So I don't remember it.
But he gets flipped around like a helicopter, and then he lands for the first down, and they go on to win that game. And he was 37 years old, so
Was
He
that
was the oldest quarterback to win a Super Bowl, wasn't he?
No, Brady.
Brady.
Brady. Oh, yeah,
until
Brady.
until
he
you know,
was 37, and he was diving all to win.
Was that the one where Terrell Davis had to leave with the migraine, or was that the following?
They were back-to-back years,
Yeah.
so it was one of them.
Yeah, probably was.
Yeah, I'll definitely put John Elway because that's iconic.
Yeah.
I know there's like definitely people that will look at our list and just think it's absolute blasphemy because we only have stuff from like
Blasphemy.
this century.
Well, we only
Well, he was around for what was that, 98?
Yeah,
Guy's been
98.
around for a while. He's seen it all. He was there at the Ice Bowl. That was him sitting right there in the mask.
Hey, bro. There is a joke I can say, but we are a PG podcast. But,
Why the question mark, Stop? There it is. Period.
Yeah. That's
No,
good.
exclamation point.
I mean, everything on our list is like pretty
All right,
good. You can put it in whatever
That's a
order.
solid- that's a solid
I'm going to have
top
to
five.
put, what's my man name? Edelman, his side catch.
That was
Was
something.
that 51?
That was a
Yep.
good guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the comeback. That was a comeback, too. Right?
That was. I remember watching that play, and I was just like shocked. Like that was absolutely unbelievable. And even when you look at it now, it's just like
That was
He
to
was-
think,
he was
when you
surprised
see
he
it in
caught it.
slow motion, sometimes it's kind of easy to be like, oh, it's not that hard. You just like control it.
that's a
When he's
hard
moving full
line
speed,
catch.
there's like 200-pound guys crashing into him. I don't understand how he did that.
Any of y'all tried to do the ODB catch, the Odell Beckham?
Oh, all the
3-finger
time,
catch?
absolutely.
Hey,
I was in 6th grade at
And
one
like,
point.
yeah, in 6th grade, 7th grade, everyone
Yeah.
was just yelling Odell and doing that all the
Yeah.
time.
No, well, somebody's coming after you to tackle you.
Oh, I
Yeah.
mean, I
Yeah.
never played tackle
That's-
football, but
Yeah, I mean,
No, I've
sixth
never done
grade,
the
everyone
Odell
had like the
catch
dye in
fancy,
their
yeah.
hair. I couldn't do it because
I remember that.
You
all
had,
through high
you had
school.
frosted tips?
Nah, I went to a private school, so I couldn't do that.
No Adele's at private.
Where'd
yeah,
you
no
go?
Odells.
Did you want to do it, though?
Uh,
I think you could rock it, man.
I think I could rock it too. That's the thing.
You're talking about like his little like ramen noodle.
When he was no, I'm Asian, so I'm all about the ramen noodles.
they didn't let you dye your hair at the private school.
No,
Did you have to wear a uniform?
I had the tie and everything.
Was it a Giants uniform?
It was a green and yellow uniform.
What school did you go to?
That was my middle school colors. Was
I
green,
was about to say,
green
that
and
was my middle
bowls.
school colors too, like
I went
green
to a school,
and khaki pants.
Yeah.
No, green shirt, yellow pants.
Yeah.
Oh,
Before.
nah, yellow pants. Ew.
No, it was just khakis with it. It was not a good look.
Yeah, I had khakis, green blazer, yellow shirt.
Definitely
the
hit my
Masters?
globe in college.
Yeah.
All right, so this is our top 5. We got helmet catch, Malcolm Butler, Philly special, Santonio Holmes, John Elway helicopter run, and then we put Julian Edelman at 6.
That's a good honorable mention.
Definitely probably missing some. We had a longer list of stuff too. We had Ice Bowl on there too. That's in there, but lots of great moments. What do we have left here? We have left our favorite Super Bowls, and then we're wrapping things
Sure,
up.
we can rank some Super Bowls.
All right, what's your favorite? Just favorite number 1 for Lee.
Well, I mean, obviously, it's.
We
Philly
know,
special.
Yeah.
I mean, that.
Philly's
I don't know.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's the easy choice, but it doesn't make it the wrong choice.
I'm gonna say it was a great choice
And,
because that next day at work it was lit. Nobody was in the mall at all.
See,
bro.
my compromise with my parents was I had to go to school the day after so that I could skip to go to the parade. Man, that parade was something else.
I saw a lot.
I went to the
yeah.
Phillies one, and I was like 7, 8, and I sat on like a newspaper holder, like there, and then you take the paper out, and it was freezing, and I was like, oh my god, this is the most crowded place I've ever been. And then I went to the Eagles one. I was a sophomore in high school, and the Phillies one, it didn't even compare. It was just everywhere you went, it was packed. Like on the train there, like literally shoulder to shoulder with like
I
drunk
saw-
strangers.
Like my manager called out, my DM called out. And I was working at Finish Line at the time at Cherry Hill. Like everybody called out. It was like 2 people covering the entire day, but nobody was in the mall. Like that mall was like as dead as you could be till like 4 o'clock. That's when everybody started to come back. So yeah, nah, it's I definitely respect that. For me, my favorite Super Bowl. Ooh, I want to put my team up there, 2006 when they won, but I like a good game nonetheless. I will put the comeback between.
I think 51 was probably my favorite Super Bowl is 52, but I think
Yeah.
51 that comeback. I mean, that's like
Yeah.
that's the best Super
Especially when
Bowl.
your best friend's a diehard Atlanta Falcons fan, man, and seeing them come back. And
See,
show,
personally,
bro.
I see how you put that number 1, but personally, I don't like watching those kinds of games because
No.
I'm like, how do the Falcons like choke that game?
That's
like
that sounds
so
like a
many
youth- that
like
sounds like a
different
I don't watch
problems
it
you
like
can look
that.
at.
I watch it like, wow, how did Tom Brady
come back,
back.
yeah.
But,
You
like-
thought it was over when it was at third quarter. He's like, oh, this is a wrap, bro.
Tom Brady played great. You know, he was trying to get back in the game, but like as the Falcons, you could have put it away in so many
Falcons-
different
the Falcons
times.
But think about this
Yeah.
though. After that game,
So I don't like that.
we really started to talk about Brady of truly being the greatest athlete of all time. It wasn't like before. It wasn't until after that game we was like, yo, Tom Brady really is probably the greatest quarterback ever, probably the greatest athlete ever. 'Cause
No,
that-
I think he was the talk when he got his 4th and he tied Montana and Bradshaw.
I think there was talks, but I think that solidified it.
Oh, yeah, that
I think
made it-
Yeah, that's what I
think
mean. Like
yeah,
it's
okay,
solidified.
okay.
It's like he was up there with the Jordans now and the Ali.
Well, we'll get to greatest athlete of all time another show. We know
I think
Spencer's a
Spencer's
big
pick is
Wayne
Wayne-
Gretzky
is
fan
Wayne.
over there.
Big Gretz guy over there on the switcher.
But yeah, eventually we'll get to greatest athletes of all time. It's gonna be a good debate. Let me throw in my favorite Super Bowl, even though it's my Steelers. It's also the first Super Bowl I can remember. I don't remember the one against the Seahawks. I'm not gonna lie, I was only 5, but I remember a little bit the one against the Cardinals. So
Those are not good ones.
I'll take that one. Santonio Holmes toe tap. I can remember staying up past my bedtime to see that one, and it was just a close,
Did you
really
bang
good.
pots and pans?
No, I did that on New Year's Eve. You're supposed to do that on the Super
Oh,
Bowl.
I did it after the Eagles one. It was, I guess because it's local, it's different. Like if
yeah.
you lived in Pittsburgh, I guess it would make.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Sorry.
as,
Sorry, neighbors.
As a Panthers fan, I'm going to say it right now. I don't have a favorite Super Bowl because we're pretty awful. But if I had to pick one, I'd probably go with the comeback.
You don't
by
want to talk
Brady.
about 50?
I don't. No. Honestly, man.
You sounded so
Talk-
depressed when you sat there. It was like,
It's
no.
cause
Just
it's
end there.
tough.
He has something to talk about.
What are we doing?
Come on,
What
Cam
are
Newton
we
could have
doing?
dove for that football.
You tell me.
You should have dove.
What are they doing?
What are they doing?
Yeah.
Well, we're ruining McCaffrey's career. Matt Rule needs to be fired yesterday.
Didn't he just sign?
No, he's on for 7. He has 7 more years on his contract.
7? Oh, dang.
It's
Come
just
on, yeah, Sam Darnold, bro.
First 4 games this year, you guys look good.
Yeah, like
yeah against the Texans.
First 25% of the season.
against,
so it's
yeah,
really
against
look
the
it up.
Texans, the Jets, and I think it was like Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Jameis Winston Saints.
Yeah, I just want to have a fire sale already. It's not.
Come on, you got Sam Darnold, bro. The future's still looking bright. For y'all.
They don't want Sam Darnold. We already moved on to someone else.
Who?
The Panthers, we're psychotic. They'll give every single quarterback a year to be good, even though you have to learn an entire system. And if you're not good in that year, they're gonna ship you out.
So, oh no, you're right.
I will bet all the money that I have, which isn't a lot, but I can guarantee they're gonna be drafting a quarterback.
But they also brought back Cam Newton too. So there's that.
They cut Cam Newton.
They cut him again?
Yeah, they cut him.
Oh, dang, they doing
to
Cam
get Teddy
Newton wrong.
Bridgewater, then to get Sam Darnold, just to get Cam Newton. It's a really weird way to essentially just touch the back of your ankle. It's like reaching, it's like touching your ankle, but like reaching around your back.
All right, so Super Bowl Sunday. People got food to make, games to watch. Sam, let's take it home here.
Yeah, let's take it home. I know I'm excited for the Super Bowl. I spoke with some other RTN members. They're very excited for the Super Bowl.
Very stoked,
Stoked.
invigorated.
So stay tuned for our draft special on RTN Overtime. We're going to wrap things up for episode 2. Make sure to stay tuned for more. Again, follow the RTN_Overtime on Instagram. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. And that's going to be it for today.